Evening, everybody. We're still waiting on Chris to arrive. So either this is going to be a very short podcast, and he's been taken away by some urgent Yeovil Town business, or we'll get on with it in a couple of minutes. Bruce is joining me, and the picture is still there. So the real story is if he's got rid of it, which it doesn't look like it's the case. Someone coming to pick it up?
No.
Oh,
no, it's going nowhere. I tell you what, though, that video is good. I'll be honest. Those goals get you going, don't they?
I think most of it is just ripped from whatever videos you've put out there.
That Braintree. Go on, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just burping.
I think that Omar Bogle second goal at Braintree was some moment, because I travelled down there. I didn't expect anything. We'd been crap in the first leg.
You put your mattress out. We
hadn't been particularly good at the end of the season, and
You got your banner on the flyover.
Hurst out banner, but the boys, it was baking up. Did either of you go?
Yeah, I've still got sunstroke.
It was meant. That was just someday 800, and it seemed like loads more. It was good, really good, and
it was a cracking.
It's a special moment, and it's a special. I think it's one of them days that that Braintree, probably coupled with the 5-0 defeat. It's one of those for opposite reasons. One of those I was there, and because you think now if we went to Braintree in the playoffs under normal circumstances, you'd take a couple of that. 800 would travel up from London, wouldn't they? Let alone the rest of us. It shows how many people had watched the first leg and given up, and I felt like that. But we went and we were rewarded.
Yes, it was such a negative going into that. It was just so negative beforehand, wasn't it? I don't think anybody really expected us to do anything. I watched it on the telly, so didn't get there, unfortunately.
I just felt that I wasn't going to go, and then I just felt that I'd gone all season to give up for the last game, and we like I say, we got the result, didn't we? And that Nathan Arnold at Wembley, that was like a golden goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've never felt. You
knew
so
you'd
much
won.
Relief. Yeah,
you knew we'd won then.
Do you know? That's the first time I've really watched that intro video from the start, and I just thought, was it the goal in 98?
How rude!
The goal in 98 just looked just exactly like Arnold's to me, just taking it around the keeper and slotting it in. I only just noticed that.
Yeah, he didn't go. Woodman didn't go down very quick though, did he? Donovan tried to sit him down, and he didn't. He wasn't falling for it, was he?
No comment on Woodman, eh?
No, we don't like him.
Shit house.
It was it was interesting because I did a quick one with the Halifax lad just a moment ago, and looking, because one of the things that I think is a little bit of a thing we've said is that we don't have the firepower we need, and we're probably a bit light. And we scored 14 goals less than we did in the league in 2015, 2016, if we're using that as a marker. But if you take out, if you take from, say, the start of the calendar year till now, we've actually scored more. So I think we scored 35 so far since January this year, and they'd scored 33. That doesn't include FA Trophy games. That's only in the league. But I don't know what you make of that, but it says something at least. I'm trying to find little bits to hold on to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sort of strikes with how sort of reliant we were on one, possibly two of Hammond and Bogle. I think this year it's quite clear we're a lot better spread for goals, which is probably a good thing. You're not too reliant on that one focal point up top getting all your goals. So that's a positive. So,
Bruce, good. have you got your ticket?
I've seen a picture of it.
Okay. Did you pay 85 quid for it?
I haven't actually got anything in hand yet. Yeah, I'm swapping it for this picture.
Yeah, which homestand you sat in, mate?
Yeah, the Magpie Suite or something it was called. We're going 4 o'clock. I think we're leaving. I thought about having a day on the train and booking the day off and getting messy, but everyone's got work the next day, so. Plenty of time for a few beers. We leave at 4. Have a few in the car. We've got a lift, luckily, I think. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it'd be strange. Like I said on Sunday, I think it'll be strange to have a game that has so much riding on it. And even if you win that one now with the modern format, you've got another game that it just gets harder, doesn't it? Going to Notts County. Somebody asked me how I felt yesterday about it when I was at work, and I think with home advantage, it probably sort of Monday feels a bit sort of probably sort of, I don't know, just short of 50-50 and, probably 60-40 in their favour with home advantage. But I think going to Wrexham would change those odds quite drastically. I think that would be a real hostile atmosphere, but not something that Hursty would be. I think he thrives on that sort of thing, the underdog.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what they're doing how they've changed it. They want to get more teams involved, but it just strikes me as a bit odd. You're going into the playoffs now, and it's a one-off shot. You used to have those 2 games where we were talking about Braintree, where it didn't really, if you were still in it after the first game, you could turn it around. And it's all now all or nothing, isn't it? Which is an odd feeling, really, being involved in the playoffs, because we've never been in it like that before. So, bit strange feeling, all or nothing, really.
The Conference North have got 5th and 7th, haven't they, in the final from one-off games.
Yes, it's going to be good. It's always going to be good for Town fans. I mean, we'll probably knock this on the head in a couple of minutes because, Chris is probably just busy. I mean, we did arrange the interview before he was announced as Yeovil manager. So maybe he's just, I don't know. Who do Yeovil have now, Bruce? I don't know. Till? Is Till there? No, why am I thinking Till? Tilly. Peter Till. Do they have Peter Till?
I haven't got you've lost me, mate, completely.
Peter Till, can't you remember him? Tricky.
I remember Peter Till. Everyone,
Peter Till.
He had a nice girlfriend.
Greased Adonis. Well, I guess. I mean, I've been causing a stir with the tickets. The ticket thing's a bit disappointing, I think is probably the best word. I think the cleverer idea would have been to have just given as many as season tickets. So if you got 3,000 or so, right, because the season ticket holders are not going to be people that are going to kick off, and you can kind of go from there. The man's in. But Gemma wants to hear more about Peter Till.
Bright spark team, yeah.
Evening, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, my friend. How are you?
Nice one. Sorry for the delay.
That's all right.
It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? When you've got 100 agents phoning you.
I mean, as long as none of them are current Town contracted agents, that I'm absolutely fine.
Come on,
there might be a couple you could have.
I'm fine with a few.
I can't give that information away. No.
Well, I mean, first, congratulations, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah, really, really proud. Fantastic club. Excited. It's a huge challenge, and I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, what do you do now? I mean, I don't need to know like, we're going to go play 4-3-2-1, but like, what is your next process? Because obviously, I guess the lads have finished for the season. They're on their holidays, and do you have? I mean, do you have a catalogue now of videos to watch?
Yeah, well, everything, a bit of everything. I mean, all of the things you've described. Obviously, most of the lads stay around to have initial chats to see where we're both at, because whether it's Hursty or me at Grimsby or Yeovil, you've got to speak to every player individually and see what stage they're at on the field and off the field, and then obviously try and assemble the squad the best you can. The lads, I remember back as a player, I think you want to get away and you want to enjoy your time with your family and your friends, and perhaps weigh up your options and then make a decision. So it's that sort of time where decisions are being made and players are thinking about where they want to end up or whether they want to stay at a particular club. So that's life at the moment. Long days in the office, on the phone, and working hard.
Just the idea that you go in and it feels such a blank canvas I would find it slightly intimidating. I guess you've got quite a few people there that have been at the club for eons. Does it have a similar feeling to Grimsby in terms of you've got a Dave Moore there who's running around in shorts, even though it's minus 15 or anything?
Dave Moore, what a guy! Yeah, no, there's no one like Dave. But no, not similar to Dave. He's a one-off. What a great guy! But there's there's so many people, as you guys know, there's so many people working hard at this club to make sure that everything's done properly.
This is the signal
Can
in
you
the
hear me,
southwest.
gents?
Yeah, all good. I'm slightly worried for the helicopters they build there now. If this is the internet connection they've got. Bruce,
Now
what
we
have
see.
you
Now
done?
we see him. Now we see him. Now we don't.
I mean, this is.
This is
I don't know
cutting
who
edge
the
stuff, isn't it?
Yeovil have cut him off. They don't want him giving away trade secrets. I mean, it's I don't even know where you'd begin with that. I'd be on Champ Manager before you knew it, looking for whoever's out of contract this year.
I was just
third division or something. Yeah.
I was just going to ask, like you say, that have they delayed the process because they've only just appointed? You would think that a lot of the clubs would have had somebody in the day after the season finished, wouldn't they? The straight away. And I suppose it's only a few days since, isn't it? But there'll be people maybe that thought they were out the door. Now there's a new manager in that might have a chance.
Yeah, I don't know the situation at Yeovil good enough to, because you'd almost want somebody in with a couple of games to go, so they get a chance to see who's what and what's what, really, don't you? But I guess it's at least it's a nice professional courtesy to let the manager finish the season. I mean, we've never really been a Yeovil Town podcast, but hello to anyone who's joined us from the southwest. I guess, how are you feeling for the playoffs, Bruce? Is probably my query. What are your feelings about it?
Do you want to go first, Mike?
I'm not optimistic, but I'm optimistic that I'm not optimistic, if you know what I mean. I'm going into there thinking we've got a shot, but not expecting us to do anything, so that I can be pleasantly surprised. I think the fact we've got potentially 2 away games before any playoff final is a bit of a hurdle that I think we might struggle against. But then again, looking at the teams in there, I don't see anybody that scares me, really, to be honest with you. So
I think Wrexham's the one.
I'd
like to play Wrexham on a neutral ground rather. I think it'd be a really tough ask going to their place. Like I say, it's not impossible, and we can do it. And Hurst might thrive on that, but that'll be a. I think we'll have less fans. We'll have there'll be even more of a bun fight for tickets than there was this week. I think we'll get 1,200 there, I think.
Well, this is a question, Chris. If you're doing your BT punditry job down at Notts, have you got any tickets that you can hand out?
No, and I've been asked that a few times. No, I mean, what a game! What a game! It's 2 fantastic clubs, and I've said it so many times. It's such a hard division to get out of, isn't it? It's so difficult. It's incredible, really. It's so similar to the Championship. I know budgets is vastly different, but that, 1 up automatic and then 1 in the playoffs, it's so unfair in a way because there's so many clubs clambering to do it. And the thing with BT is you see what it means to the local community. I know as a town, youngster, what it means to the community, and I'm from the area, and I know how much the football club means to everybody. You only realise that when you go and see the areas, you speak to the fans, and you realise it. So, both 2 huge clubs, aren't they, in that league and in the history of the English game? So, it's going to be one heck of a game. There's no doubt about it. And I'm guessing, tickets are like gold dust at the moment, eh?
Yeah, or rocking or shit, whichever you'd want to use. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Well,
it's yeah,
that's one where if you've got so that you can help somebody out. But a lot of friends of mine are going to the game, and I still know a lot of people in the area. So it's exciting, but as you know, the playoffs are tough, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm just imagining a couple of people under your coat being sort of dragged in underneath it as the security pad you down. Are you surprised that Wrexham weren't the guys that went up, given they were favourites for the league from the get-go, or was it not a surprise given they were sort of still throwing money at the problem halfway through the season? I didn't think it was that bad a question, really.
This has got to be one of the best ever. If Danny Baker ever does a video on podcasts, I think this episode is heading that way.
I mean, I'm not answering that. I'm turning it off.
That's true. Remember, you can also buy Bruce's poster if you would like it. He's actually giving it away now, so please take it off his hands, or we will put it in the raffle drawer where we are giving away a shirt which is hung up over here. Paul Linwood's match shirt. It is baked in his hard-earned sweat, and is even signed by people like Chris Hargreaves. So you'll find out more information on that when I do a video on it. Yeah, go ahead.
I wonder if I'd be allowed to take it to the first away game of next season. It's got glass on it, but I could take that out and it could, instead of the flag. That might sort of, make them try harder, mightn't it? Famous man like Ali.
Can I probably tell you, probably don't go for a flag. If anything we've learned from this season, flags are slightly controversial.
Are they? Not heard out.
They are at best a bit of a problem.
But just to go back to what Bruce was saying before Chris came back, is that I know Wrexham probably look the strongest team in the playoffs, but if you look at some of their recent results, actually, they don't concern me as much as Solihull do. To be totally honest with you, I see the money they've spent and the players they've bought, and I don't think the players they've bought are worth the money they've spent.
I don't know what to say. I don't really. Bruce has seen Solihull more than I have. I haven't.
Solihull were a good side. They were really good, really slick. Knocked it about like Stockport did before they got the man sent off. They've comfortably beaten us twice this season. I know the scoreline at home wasn't comfortable. I can't remember what it was. Was it 2-1 or? I think they came from behind and beat us, didn't they? But yeah, they look a good side, and they're throwing some money at it apparently. But I do think there'll be pressure on Wrexham. It might be, if you get to Wrexham, if you get to half time or an hour and it's 0-0,
they start to worry.
They might start getting restless.
Be interesting if you snuck an early goal. Whoever plays Wrexham, if you snuck an early goal in that game, what starts to happen then? Weight of all that pressure being expecting to go up automatically and then being behind, I think it'll start to pressure will start to get to them.
I would quite like if we don't go up. Obviously, I'd quite like Wrexham to go up, because if not, they'll just throw cash at it again. But obviously, financial fair play comes into it next year, doesn't it? We've got a bit of a salary cap on the way that's going to make it a little bit more even, but it obviously doesn't include the players that have been purchased this year.
I still can't work out who we're playing in the playoffs because of how it works. I've got no idea how the fair play works, mate.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Let's have a look. Is Chris coming back? Is he able to get on?
It was a good effort, wasn't it? We could just pretend to be Chris, like take it in turns and go through the questions.
I really like Grimsby.
Yeah. Do you still have your caravan, Mike?
What does that mean? Like, who has?
His book was called "Where's Your Caravan?"
Oh, of course it was. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Apologies John wanted to say apologies for shouting Hargreaves as a Mariner while your pitch side post game live on BT Sport. I'd have loved to have seen his reaction, because he was at the final in 2016. I'd have loved to have seen his reaction then, and sort of off camera, like they do with Ian Wright and Alan Shearer during England games.
Yeah.
Are you updating your brilliant biography to include your media career and managerial experiences? Andy Niall wants to know. What was your favourite memory at Grimsby? And it can't be fish and chips. And Antonio wanted to know. I refuse to believe there is a town fan called Antonio. I'm sorry, that's a fake name. What influence did
it's
Alan
continental up here now? Isn't that borderline racist?
That was in a proper Grimo accent as well. That borderline racist.
Antonio, you can't say that. He's probably more. He's got more English blood than the Greens.
Bruce, we all know he's a bloke called Anthony that wants to sound a bit better.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having that. I reckon Antonio's third generation. He's lived here for donkey's years.
I'm so sorry, Antonio. If you were obviously born in Croft Baker and your mother was born in on like the River Freshney, I really apologise for even questioning
Thank you.
that you might not be a home born and bred Grimbarium or even exist. Craig, you wanted to know
Now, where's my pizza?
Yeah. Now that is borderline racist. What is his all-time town 11? Craig Young wanted to know. Chris Middleton said, "What players do you think are worth a shot at signing in the National League? Are you going to keep them close to your chest now you're the big dog at Yeovil?" Chris, he's not going to tell you that. John Nolan's free though. If you want somebody, John Nolan. We're getting Hammond back. We're getting Nolan back. We're going to be, getting Hoban back. Where is Hoban? Is he retired? Hoban.
He's in Ireland, wasn't he? When he playing in Ireland?
Wasn't he
doing quite well?
Patrick Hoban. Let's have a look. He's playing for Dundalk.
Hey, Bruce should be able to get that 2016 calendar back out and put it up there then, mate.
He scored 70 goals in 126 games.
I'll tell you, he's done well. I can't remember who was on the 20s. I don't even know if I've got that one, Mike. There was 1996 and then there was a big gap.
Right. Shall we knock this on the head, lads?
Yeah, if you've been listening, we're ever so sorry for the 20 minutes of your life you're not going to get back.
Well, I had to set it up.
25 minutes then, sorry.
All I want is that James...
And you, Alex.
I want that James May bit. Does that mean he's not coming on then?
if you know Antonio, can you get in touch?
Yeah, Antonio, we why don't you come on? We'll interview you instead. If anybody's got any... Right, we'll give it 2 minutes. If anybody's got any questions that you'd want us to ask about the Notts County game, or if you're a Notts County fan listening in because you want to get angry at me for badgering about tickets, feel free to send us a question. You've got till 26 minutes. That's 1.5 minutes. And in the meantime, Bruce can flog anything else he needs. No, good. Okay.
Unprepared. I'm selling some iPads at the minute.
There we go. If you can put one of them in the raffle. So look, you might have heard it on the last podcast. We're going to do a quick raffle just to keep the money going on the podcast. Obviously, as costs go up, it's a bit harder to do. It costs about 40 quid a month or so to run. So we're going to do a raffle. We've got this Paul Linwood shirt. We've also got 96, 97, 97, 98 kickoff magazines as proudly given by Bruce, and he's going to model them like the woman from The Price is Right.
Still here.
You can have...
Do we need some background music?
They must be valuable. They must be worth,
Hang on. I can do music.
Like Generation Game.
We get some. They've got Scunny in as well, unfortunately, but you don't have to use the back pages.
None of these are all rubbish. Dance pop. What is that?
Look at the Telegraph headline writers. Look, Blooms aims to blossom in the big time.
Well,
they've been up all night with that one, haven't they?
There we go. That's better. Feeding the Ducks. This is called.
Marcel Cass, look, the Flying Dutchman. Oh.
In the worst town shirt. Oh, God, he's done a Chris Hargreaves on us.
Can I be honest? This doesn't sound like Flying Duck. It sounds like something from a 70s dodgy film.
Well, that's fine, as long as people are paying for it.
I'm afraid I don't have anything to sell, mate.
But we'll do that. So if you've got any stuff you want to flog, any town stuff you want to get rid of, we'll put it in the raffle. I think that'll be it, lads.
Oh, Chris wants to know, did we get county tickets? Well, I didn't get any county tickets. Did you, Alex?
I've got loads of county tickets. They're all called the COP stand.
Right.
Has Bruce actually paused as well? Oh, God.
I don't know what he's doing.
Right, we're going to go. Thank you so much for watching our late night car crash. If you at any point would like to donate to the podcast when I get that stuff sorted, you'd be more than welcome to. For all you Yeovil fans who listened, I'm sorry for wasting your time. And for all you Notts County fans, give us more tickets. And for all you town fans, I'll see you on Monday. I hope we win. Mike, thank you.
See you later.
See you later. Hang on. Oh, now I haven't done that bit. Let's turn off that music.
Can we start again? Start again.
Start again. Bruce has just left. Right. See you later, man.
See ya.